Real Housewives of Season 19, Episode 16 recap. Did Tamra and Gretchen make peace in Amsterdam? Welcome to the Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 19, Episode 16 recap. Last time, Shannon gave Jenn an elegant bridal luncheon. Then, the ladies headed to Amsterdam, where Tamra quickly picked a fight with Shannon. Here's what happened in RHOC Season 19, Episode 16, Tulip Service. The ladies visited the tulip fields and questioned the authenticity of Jenn and Shannon's friendship. After Emily finally made peace between Gretchen and Tamra, Gretchen had an emotional realization, and Tamra exposed a disturbing social media post that Gretchen liked, horrifying Gina, Tamra, and Emily. The morning of their second day in Amsterdam, Heather planned a trip to the tulip fields, but first she was busy figuring out the ladies' mushroom dosage. Heather is absolutely the friend that my mom warned me about in high school, Gina admitted in her confessional, and no one would ever suspect it. Who is this fancy pants? Well, it is only Gina and Heather who indulge in the truffle mushrooms, preparing to enjoy all the colors of the tulips. Meanwhile, the ROHC trio discussed how Shannon claimed that Jenn was skipping Alexis Bellino's wedding of her own free will. However, Jenn told Tamra and Emily she wasn't attending because Shannon asked her not to go. Well, the tulips were stunning, and Heather and Gina were hilarious. From running through the tulips to posing with a clog with flowers in it, they were enjoying every moment of their trip. Literally. "You look like a tulip," Heather told a flower as she touched it. Then Shannon climbed onto a large plaster horse and pretended to ride it. Meanwhile, Gina brought up her true feelings about Shannon. She was heard that last year when she was going through a tough time with her boyfriend Travis Mullen, Shannon wasn't there for her. The fact that Shannon gave Jen a luncheon to celebrate that she was still engaged annoyed Gina. "This is more about my friendship with Shannon," Gina admitted in her confessional. "She kind of pushes me away because I'm the one who will hold her accountable." Next up was lunch, and Gina asked Jen about not attending Alexis Bellino's wedding to Shannon's ex-boyfriend John Jansen. When Gina mentioned that someone claims that Shannon asked her not to go, Jen defended Shannon. "She didn't ask me not to go." Asked why Jen decided not to share in Alexis's special day, "Because she matters," Jen said, gesturing toward Shannon. "I didn't tell you what to do," Shannon insisted. Then Emily was ready to stir the pot. She asked Shannon how she felt about Jen being friends with Alexis. I do like Alexis, I've told you that," Jen said. "I thought you weren't anymore," Shannon responded. "She's never done anything to me," Jen replied. So Shannon fired back. "It's not easy for me to be friends with someone who I know is close to someone who is really not kind to me," she stated. Meanwhile, a still high Gina blabbed about how Jen was afraid to tell Shannon that she didn't really want that shower, or whatever it was. A shocked Shannon asked Jen about the bridal luncheon, and Gina chimed in again. No, she didn't want the shower. She thought it was ridiculous. Well, but 2 weeks ago, Jen and Gina discussed Shannon's plan. "Shannon, God, I love her, but why is she having a bridal lunch?" Jen commented to Gina. Ugh. However, when Gina called Shannon and Jen's friendship a fake friendship, Shannon was hurt. Finally, Gina confronted Shannon about not being there for her the past year. "And then my family comes back together this year, and maybe that's something to celebrate," Gina told Shannon. A confused Jen wondered what the issue was, aside from Gina wanting a party. So Emily jumped in and explained that the ROHC ladies feel that Jen and Shannon's friendship isn't authentic because Jen just agrees with Shannon. The ROHC cast went into small boats, which were really a jacuzzi. It's weird. Plus, Emily brought each lady a hat with a slogan, and there were some funny ones. "Can I get a Diet Cock?" Gina's read. And a final strategic move, Emily rode in the same boat with Tamra and Gretchen. "If someone doesn't end up in the canal, it will be a miracle." Of course, Tamra had nothing to say to Gretchen, but she was open to listening. "Emily and I talked in the car, and I know you probably won't be receptive to this, but," Gretchen began. Right away, Tamra called her out for starting with a negative remark. "Because I messed up and I feel really bad about it, and I shouldn't have said what I said that night up in Los Angeles," Gretchen